Hello, welcome to your eclipse reading for August 2017. Normally I do the monthly forecast videos separate from and in addition to the eclipse forecast videos, but I decided to combine the month of August readings with the eclipse readings, so I'll be making 12 videos instead of 24 this month. I'm recording these a week into August already. We just had the full moon lunar eclipse on the 7th, which was exact at 11:11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. This is a very active month astrologically, so I would really be surprised if things were fairly quiet and uneventful in our lives throughout August. Aside from the eclipses, we have Mercury going retrograde on Saturday the 12th, which is sandwiched in between the eclipses as the featured planetary energy. We also have Saturn going direct on the 25th at 5:09 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. And this is an important time for destined and fated events to occur because it is the karmic nodes that cause the eclipses twice a year, whenever we have a full or new moon near these points. The new moon solar eclipse occurs on Monday, August 21st at 11:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time in Magha Nakshatra within the Leo constellation at 4 degrees 46 minutes using the sidereal zodiac. Even if you are using tropical coordinates, it is still occurring in the sign of Leo at 28 degrees 52 minutes. I'll be doing something a little different for the eclipse readings. For the solar eclipse, I will roll these astrological dice and cast a quick chart sketch to interpret how its energy will most likely be affecting your sign. Then I will draw from the Karma Cards deck and similarly interpret its energy for the month in general. And lastly, I will draw a couple of tarot cards for any additional messages about the eclipse and the essence of August. So let's go ahead and get started with your readings. Sagittarius, let's see what the Astro Dice have to say for how the solar eclipse is going to affect your sign for the month of August. Okay, Virgo, Mercury, 12th house. Okay, very similar to the Scorpio. I believe I had Mercury and Virgo in the 11th. So if you have any Scorpio, if you have, if you're on the cusp there, you might want to watch that video as well. So what I'm doing with these readings is I'm going to be casting a chart. Now, based upon, what I've rolled here. So whether or not you have a Sagittarius sun, moon, or ascendant, it doesn't matter. It's just, or whether or not you have a lot of planets in Sagittarius. We all have Sagittarius in our chart somewhere, but if you identify with this energy, then this reading is for you. So I'm going to be starting off with the 12th house. I've already drawn the chart here. I'm just going to highlight the house, 12th house here. So the 12th house is generally what? It's a house of endings. It's a house of seclusion. It's a house of introspection and spirituality. It's really the closest to the other side that you can get. It's a spiritual house. It's foreign places, other lands. It's also a house of faith, but it's also a house of loss. Okay, what brings you closer to God is usually loss, right? Or secluding yourself or removing yourself from society and having that time to really bond with yourself, your spirit, and your connection to God. So that's what the 12th house energy is. You have Mercury here, Mercury is about communications. It's the exchange of ideas, words. It's the written word, it's the written language, and it's the back and forth. It's communication, okay? So we have Virgo. Virgo. I'll draw this symbol or the glyph here for Virgo. And this is going to set the whole chart. So what's next is Libra. So this is a Libra ascending chart. So whether or not you actually personally have a Libra rising or a Libra ascendant, it's not, I'm not doing individual charts here. I'm just sort of getting a general overview for the Sagittarius energy. Hope that makes sense. So Virgo, Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius, Pisces, Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo. Okay. So the one thing about Mercury is it's the ruling planet for Virgo. Okay, so Mercury is in its own sign here, but it also rules Gemini. Gemini in this chart is the 9th house, right? So we're going to illuminate the 9th house here. And just, you know, for a visual representation, I'm going to go ahead and color these in so you can see. There we go, 12th and 9th. Sagittarius. Okay, so there's something to do with like faith, spirituality, and beliefs. The 9th house is, you know, it's religion, it's beliefs, it's also an element of faith. There is a very, there's a very spiritual bent with this energy coming in here. The 9th house, again, is like other cultures, foreign lands. It can also be higher education, again, philosophy. And the 12th house is like, you know, other worlds, releasing, letting go, things like that, death. So you have these two energies that are sort of being highlighted. There is an extra special emphasis on the 12th house, so maybe you need to sort of take time to sort of get away, to hear your own thoughts, okay? If things are a little bit too crazy or a little too busy in your life, you want to sort of release all of the distractions so that you can really hear yourself, you can really hear your higher self, you can really tap into your spirit, okay? And this is like a higher vibrational energy. It's a higher way of being. So rising above just the mundane tasks to really connect, you know, with a sense of purpose here. Okay. So that's what the first part of this reading that I wanted to do, just using the astro dice and sort of getting information of your message with that. The second part is using the Karma Cards deck here. So the Karma Cards deck is special because it has, you know, segmented into planets, signs, and houses. And they all have messages written on them. So I'm going to go ahead and take a look at that. And this will be the intention or purpose of this will be for the entire month of September. So show me what the energy is like, not just for the eclipse, but for the whole month of September. The first planet we got is Mars, so it's kind of hard to shuffle too because they're really thin. So I'll try my best here. We've got Mars in Taurus. Mars in Taurus energy. Huh. Okay. In the 5th house. Okay. House of love. House of joy, creation, creativity, children, play, recreation, all of that. Okay, Mars does not really like being in Taurus because Taurus is a very patient, slow sign, and Mars has a lot of impatience. It wants to get there today, or it wants to get there yesterday, right? So these energies are a little bit difficult, and this could be from other people as well. So maybe there is like an unsettled nature. So what else I wanted to mention with reading these cards is the series of words on here. You see that there's blue, there's orange, and there's blue. The blue is the introverted energy. It's the inwardly expressive. It's the receptive energy. It's internal. The orange is the external. It's the active, dynamic energy. It's extroverted. It's what's being actively used outside. So the Mars energy isn't necessarily coming from other people. It's within you. There's something that, you know, there could be some impatience, some unsettled feeling, maybe anxious. It's just like it creates a lack of calm. Taurus is about, there can definitely be some tension. Mars and Taurus, this is a very tactile sign. How does Mars sit in Taurus? Taurus is very physical. Mars can be a physical expression of anger. This is like not fighting with your words, it's fighting with your fists, right? Not necessarily saying that's going to happen for you or to you or anything like that, but it's just a very frustrated energy in Taurus. In the 5th house, it could be with romance, creation. Maybe what you're wanting to actually create isn't coming fast enough. You feel as if you know, you may be frustrated with the process, you know, with what you're creating. What do you create? You create projects. You can create art. You can create children. You can create love, actually, romance. So there could be some sort of internal battle or frustration about that, and it's centered upon what you believe you should have already, what you believe that you shouldn't have, or something to that extent. Okay, it's your values. So I want to focus more on the message that's coming through is the sentences here. So if you notice that there's 3 lines of words, the first line is the S. This is marked by S, which stands for spiritual. So this is the spiritual realm. The M is the mental realm. The P stands for physical realm. So it's the body, the mind, and the soul, all integrated into one, expressing itself in different ways. So on the spiritual level, Mars is the drive for standing up for your beliefs when it comes to love. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and write that down here. On a spiritual level, drive I said standing up for your beliefs, but I don't think there's enough room on here, so I'm just going to put drive for your beliefs in the power of love. You might be challenged when it comes to what you feel a relationship should look like, or what you know, if you have children or you want children, what that should look like. What I'm getting a lot of shoulds in this. Okay, in the mental realm, this is what you're telling yourself. Confronting costs of investments, gambles, and other games. I'm getting sort of a reckless feeling here. So confronting the cost of risk. And I'll get into that in a second. Confronting the cost of, I'll just put risk. It's actually games and gambling and investments and stuff like that. But how you invest your time, how you invest, you know, your emotions, your heart, and confronting like your ideas, your beliefs about what love might cost you if you were to take a risk in doing something different. Okay, so that's what I'm sensing here. Physical realm, It says action, use the most direct way and your creations to create. So it's saying like if you want to change something, you can't expect for it to come from other people. You have to actually do it yourself in a way that is like all assertive, not aggressive, not frustrated, but coming from a place of like, okay, this is what I want to do, this is what I want to create. You have that focus, right? So you're acting in the most direct way to, let's see, create what you want. Okay, so that helps me understand. This isn't about playing games. This isn't about side swiping or going around. This is just being very direct and stating what it is that you want, stating what it is that you need, instead of you know, hinting or going around, you know. And the way that you are going to be approaching what you want to create is the most direct path. I feel like you could accomplish a lot. And when it comes to the area of love for you. So if this makes sense to you, then wonderful. I hope that it does. It's just an alternative way of using divination by using these tools with the astro dice and creating this and using these astro cards. I normally use the tarot cards, but I wanted to, you know, use a variety of tools for this reading. So I'm going to be using the tarot deck. This is the Wild Unknown Tarot. So show me the card. What is the image? What is the picture? Show me the image, the picture, the card for the solar eclipse. How will it be affecting Sagittarius? There's 2 cards. I really just want one, please. It was the King of Pentacles and the 8 of Pentacles, if you're curious. What does the eclipse energy look like? Sagittarius, the sun. Well, the sun is the solar eclipse there. Very much has to do with you and your self-expression. You are sort of the center, and you're this energy centaur. That energy centaur? I almost said centaur. Center. The Sagittarius is the centaur. And it's reaching for a higher ideal. This is your natural house. Natural ruling house is the 9th house. Aiming high. You have high ideals. And maybe you have high ideals in love. And you may be assessing the cost of losing something, or assessing risk. Calculating, you know, calculating losses. The sun is going to really show you how you are empowered and how you can be yourself when it comes to dating, when it comes to relationships, when it comes to love, in anything that you are creating. You have a strong ability. This is the solar ability to, it's all of creation is really within you, and how you're directing it is really up to you. Maybe it's saying here that you need to sort of take some time out to sort of really clearly think, and not being influenced by what other people believe or what other people think, but what you really think about what it is that you want to create in your love life, in your projects, in using your self-expression and your creativity. Okay. All right. So there's a lot of strength, a lot of power here for the solar eclipse. Is really just all about you realizing how much power you actually do have. You are not a victim of circumstance. I need to share that message with you as well. Realizing how brightly you shine, the star. How bright do you shine? You shine like the stars. Okay. The star did come up, I think for Aries, which is the other, one of the other 3 fire signs, right? So the star is about shining, not hiding in the shadows, not being afraid to be yourself. And it's also good, you know, to take some time out to really evaluate what it is that you believe. The star is faith. The star is beliefs. It's your connection to God and the divine. It's hope and it's wishes really coming true. I feel like you can have what you want. And if you've been doubting that, the eclipse is really going to show you a circumstance or two that challenges that, challenges your beliefs that you can't have what you want. You can. Maybe you feel like, you know, well, you have more power in your life than you're giving yourself credit for. And you always have your guides, you always have your angels to help you. They won't abandon you, they won't leave you. You have messages that God and Goddess are constantly telling you. They're constantly talking to you to guide you. This is the guiding light. It's very bright. You are very bright. So I feel like it's like, don't doubt your power to create what it is that you want. You can have what you want. Okay. You have the sun and the stars. It's all very celestial. The 12th house and the 9th house, faith, beliefs. It's all very ethereal. It's not a lot of tangible things. This is showing you what your power really is. Okay. This eclipse and this month of August. There may be a little bit of confusion with the Mercury retrograde in the 12th house as well. So, you know, I feel like, you know, you could, some Sagittarians out there may experience some sort of like just saying like back up your work, you know, clean up your computer. I feel like this is like cleaning up unnecessary files, taking up space. There is going to be some sort of confusion or misunderstandings that you have during the retrograde period, but it's also, you can use that for your advantage to really tap in and hear your soul on a very powerful level. Okay. All right, Sagittarius. So this is what I'm seeing for your readings with the tarot, with the karma cards, and the dice. If you have any questions about anything I've said, or you have any comments that you want to add, feel free to leave them in the comment section below. I'd love to hear from you. Otherwise, I will see you in the upcoming videos. Have a wonderful month of August, Sagittarius. Take care and be well. Thank you so much for watching and liking my videos, and for subscribing to my channel. If you would like a personal reading that is custom to you and your current situation, feel free to contact me through my website, sungoddessashley.com, or via email. I will leave the links in the description box below. Thank you, and make it a great month.